Hi guys, today I have my monthly manis for the month of February, and I have to say that I did not really get into the Valentine's Day vibe this year. I think mainly because it's so cold here and pinks, and they just kind of feel more so like a transition into spring. So I just didn't really feel like doing that. I am still pretty much heavily focused on the deeper color spectrum this month. So let's just get started. I have quite a few to share here. The first one I wore was from Moonshine Mani. This one is in the color Candid Pams. This is from their office collection. It was a Christmas collection, I think for 2017. I was really debating if I should get it because it doesn't seem too special. I feel if I'm spending the money on an indie polish, I want something really like outworldly different. This one is a kind of a cream polish with a dual chrome shimmer, but the shimmer isn't super strong. It's a little bit on the subtle side. It shifts from a gold to green, but I just decided to get it, and honestly this is probably my favorite polish from this brand so far. I have tried a lot of things from Moonshine Mani's, so I'm kind of surprised by it. I just like the tone of it so much that it actually dried a little deeper on my nails, but I really love that subtlety of the shimmer, and it just pulls everything together. Formula was great. I love this one. I wore my Pinted Polish, Carnivals, and Cotton Candy. This one was in my 2018 favorite manis, and I just got reminded of this polish. I really wanted to wear it. It's a light baby pink. I wouldn't call it a Barbie pink because it does have a little bit of the neutral and even warm tone in it. It's just kind of like a really pale color, and I really love it because, like I said, it's a little bit on the nudie side, but still definitely a pink. At the same time, it's ultra hollow. The hollow is very glittery and girly. I just thought it was fun, but not super obnoxious. So I love that one too. Next one I wore is from Bliss Polish. This one is called Sparkling Wishes. I think this month I was really trying to push for purples. I know I don't usually wear purples, especially lighter ones, but at least this time of year, I think it will be perfect to wear some of the darker purples. I have so many of them, but I just rarely touch them. So I tried this one. At first, I thought it was just a deep purple hollow polish, nothing too special, but on my nails, actually, I was able to see that it had a fairly prominent orange glitter. So that was a little strange, but in a really good way, because it just brought out all the warmth in the polish. It made it look like a really warm deep purple, which is super unique, and the hollowness is really strong too. So I thought overall I was really amazed by it, and it totally went beyond my expectations. I love this one. So Polish Talk was doing this like untried list of polishes. So every 2 weeks she draws 2 brands for us to try, or for us to use our untries from. One of the times she pulled the KBShimmer untries, and this one I pulled is called Spa-cial edition. It's from the 2018 June New York PolishCon VIP bags. I wouldn't have chosen it on my own because it's just an aqua kind of hollow, leaner hollow polish. The formula is definitely thin, but it's opaque. Nothing too special, honestly, because I feel even like the OMG collection from China Glaze probably has a similar shade. Just for indie, like it's just a good old normal linear hollow. I'm not too super impressed by it. I might declutter this one. I also did a OPI untries. This one is called You Don't Know Jacques. It's a deeper purple toned brown, I think. The color is really unique. I like the tone of it, and I used it, and I also used a flaky topper from Color Club. This one is super old and it's in the color Snowflakes, and I think the combo looked really gorgeous. This type of flaky topper really shows up well against deep colors like this, so I thought the combo looked wondery and chic enough, but still has some interesting aspect to it, so I really enjoy this combo. The next one I wore is from China Glaze. It's called Aut-umm, I Need That. I think it came out last year in the fall or winter collection. This one looked a little vampy to me, or gothy in a way. It seems like it was in a deep kind of oxblood or red or deep purple kind of jelly base, and it has a ton of shimmer. The shimmer is really shiny against your nails, so it just looked like you have a black nail, but it has a depth of shimmer. So it's really hard to describe polish. It's really unique in that perspective. The first coat was really hard to manage. It's really sheer, streaky, patchy, but the second coat covered it amazingly well. It was just like almost like I wasn't using the same polish for the first and second coat. It was really strange, but I think it was something different for me to try every once in a while, even though it's not really my style, but I appreciated it. The next one I wore is my China Glaze First Mate. I realized I haven't touched my China Glaze polishes for a while, so I was being a little bit more intentional in wearing some of them. So I pulled out this really old polish in my collection. I loved it back in the day, and I still really love it. I think the tone of it is very different. It's deep, but yet still very blue. It's a cobalt blue, not a navy, but at the same time it's a little dusty. So I think just the tone of it is very, very unique, and I still love it, and it doesn't stain my nails or anything. The formula is great. And of course after that, I was also in this topper kick, I feel. So I used my KBShimmer You Dew You. This is not a new polish to me. I've used it many times, and I thought the combo looked really good. I think it really brought out the shimmer from the KBShimmer one. This topper doesn't always work well on top of every polish. It works better on cooler toned deep polishes. It seems that way. So I thought this combo looked really good, and I'm really glad I got to wear to my older polishes and make a combo out of it. Then I wore my Rogue Lacquer VIP. This one is also a VIP polish from the same New York Polish Con. This is a gunmetal polish. I probably wouldn't have picked it on my own because I'm not the biggest fan of gunmetal shades. This one, the first coat, well, both coats actually. I used 2 coats. It covered completely, but I do feel I kind of try to run and pull to the side of the nails. So you have to go with really thin coats, but it's not like super difficult to manage. It has some red specks or pink specks in it that made it kind of unique looking. On my nails, it almost looked like it was a duochrome because the shimmer was so strong. So it's actually a really interesting and unique polish to my collection. However, I just don't like gunmetals on me. I don't know what it is. I feel uncomfortable wearing them. So sadly, even though I really love this polish, but I don't think I'll ever wear it again, so I'm gonna declutter it. I wore Essie Overboard. This one is so beautiful. Look at that deep teal. This one is a little bit on the thicker side formula wise, but also the bottle is pretty old to me, so that could be part of the reason. I don't remember how it performed before, but I know this time is thick. I went with 2 thick coats, and I had a little trouble self-leveling at the end, but I used my top coat to help with that. So maybe you will want to use thinner coats. And also it did not stain my nails or anything. I love it. I think those kind of shades are just so gorgeous. I wore a Native War Paints polish. I wore quite a few of Native War Paints polishes this month too, because also it was one of Polish Talk's untried topics. So this one particularly is in the color Carnival Lights at Nights. So it's a deep kind of navy to purple base, and it has a very strong purple shimmer. It also has some scattered hollow glitters. The formula is a little funky on this one. It almost felt like a matte polish that it went on a little streaky and it dried super fast. And indeed it actually dried matte. So I'm sure it has some similar ingredients to a matte polish, so it kind of performed that way. Of course I top coated it because I wanted all the glitters to shine. It also dried a little bumpy, like the hollow glitters in here kind of like stick up on top of the nail, so you can feel a little bumpy. So I don't know, the formula is just a little strange, but not difficult to manage if you know what you're dealing with. I wish the shimmer was a little stronger, so I was a little bit underwhelmed by it, really the color aspect of it, so I'm not too sure if I'm gonna keep it. The next one from Native War Paints I actually really loved. This one is called Distressed Denim. So this is a really deep cranberry to oxblood kind of vampy base, and it has a really strong purple shimmer to it. I thought this one was just gorgeous. The formula almost performs like a matte polish, but once you get it on your nails, the shimmer was so strong, and it was just, I don't know, I think the color combination is really gorgeous because this base is deeper. It just brought out all the depth and interest. It almost looked a little brown under contrast. It's just, I was blown away by it. I really, really love this polish. Then I wore OPI I Can Never Hut Up. I got this one from TJ Maxx a little while back. I don't usually do great with gray polishes, but this one is actually really unique. It has a green shimmer in there. The shimmer really spread far. So instead of looking like a green shimmer on a gray polish, this one made the polish look like it was a gray cream leaning a little green. Like you don't really see the shimmer, but you see the color tint in the gray, if that makes sense. And it actually was incredibly glossy. I don't know what's the deal, but it just made the nails look like it was gel or something. It was super glossy. I mean, the formula is great and I love it. I actually ended up loving it. It's just not something I've seen before. I also tried out a new brand this month. This one is, the brand is called Pep Nail Vibes. They opened up shop. They only sell Crowleys, I think, so I was really excited. I picked up 4 and I tried 2 on my nails so far, and the experience between those 2 are pretty dramatically different actually. So I wore Hula. This one is a cool toned purplish pink base with a lot of copper glitters, and the copper glitters are different sizes, and the glitters are pretty far apart. If you can tell, they're a little bit more on the sparse side, but I think the formula on this one is really good. I really enjoyed it. It just looked really cute, I guess. It could have been a good Valentine's Day polish, I realized, but I didn't wear it on Valentine's. Anyways, I thought this one was really good. I was really impressed by the brand. The brush is a wide brush, a little bit curved at the end, so it's not difficult to use or anything like that. I'll show you. So this is what it looks like. I have to say that their brush probably just has a little bit too much bristles or too many bristles in there. It tends to get a little fluffy, but if you wipe it well, it's not a big deal. So I had a really good experience with the color Hula, and I tried out this color. This one is a black jelly base with a lot of different color glitters in it. Out of the 4 polishes I picked, I was most excited about this one because of all the glitter combos. I think the color in there is just really interesting. But the formula on this one is really difficult to deal with. It feels like you are just working on a clear jelly base that's really, really, really thick. I used 3 coats and I still don't think it covered really well. The glitter payoff is great, but it's the base itself, it's really hard to maneuver. It's almost like jello. It just does not want to spread, it does not cover, and the brush just gets really fluffy because there's a lot of glitters in here no matter how you wipe it. It's really sad I have to declutter this one. It just did not work out for me. I wore another Native War Paints polish. This one is called Love Looks Not With the Eyes. It's from the... oh, this is the VIP polish from PolishCon again. I wore 3 of them. Funny. This one is a murky kind of purple base with a pink shimmer. So right here, this is Carnival Lights at Nights. They use different bottles, which threw me off a little bit. But you can tell this one is lighter. The shimmer is lighter, the base is lighter. This one, the base is deeper, also the shimmer is deeper. But they're similar. And I feel the formula of this is much better. Because, you know, like I said, this one dried almost like a matte. This one is normal. But I don't know, I'm not super impressed by those 2 polishes. I feel they're both a little murky and the shimmer wasn't as strong as I hoped for. It's just something was lacking in there. Like I'm just not blown away by the color combo, and I doubt I will ever wear them again. Like I said, I'm already not a huge purple fan. For me to want to come back to any sort of purplish colors, it has to mean something. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna declutter those 2. The last Native War Paints I wore is in the color Vamping Up. This one is from August 2017 Shimmer Me box. I saw Amy Sue wearing it, so I was just inspired, wanted to wear it. It's a kind of cranberry, warm toned, purplish leaning base, and it has a strong gold shimmer. This one is gorgeous though. This one performed gorgeous. The formula was great and the shimmer was very prominent. It just looked interesting, you know, so I loved this one a lot. And then I wore another Bliss polish. This one is in the color Merriment and Cheer. This is a not so special kind of color. It's a deeper purple pinky base fuchsia color with a gold shimmer. I think the shimmer wasn't too prominent. It makes my nails look more shiny but not like a gold shimmer look. But I don't have a problem with it. I think the formula is great and the color does look cute and pretty on my nails, so I don't mind keeping this. I think this is a good polish. The last one now, this is from Polish and the color is called Castor. This is a olive green based color. It has a pretty strong, it's actually a duochrome shimmer now I realize. It shifts from gold to pink, but on the nails really you just see that pink. The gold doesn't really show up. I guess it's a little bit too close to the green. It's possible. I think the picture came out great, but the shimmer isn't as strong as you see in the picture. I do feel that's a thing for polish. A lot of their shimmers tends to show up better on camera than in person, which is really strange. Usually it's the other way, you know. But regardless, I think it's a cute polish, so I enjoyed it. I thought it was cute and I'm gonna keep it around. I think the base color, the deep olive green, you just can't really go wrong with it, so I'm glad I tried that one out. So quite a few polishes I wore this month. I'm really glad I kind of got back into the groove of doing my nails more often again. And I just want to give you two quick reminders. One, I declutter my nail polishes on my site. I will have it linked down below. And two, that I always do a declutter giveaway, and rules will be down below. If you're interested, you can enter. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give me a like, and also if you want to see my future monthly manis, subscribe to my channel so you won't miss out. And thank you guys for watching. Bye.